This one is called JOABA.
Here we are, goddammit. First of all, I want to thank Chris Gamble for helping me with this one. I'm fucking psyched. I've been trying to get Jim on the show for, since I started the show. So obviously, pretty psyched about it. So they are there. They're currently working on some shit. I think Chris is tracking some Bloodstorm stuff. So we'll get into all that, into the studio stuff. So ask you guys. I know this was a kind of a last minute deal. So if you have any kind of social medias or anything like that, just share the fucking YouTube link. And because I think this one's pretty fucking cool. They're all cool, but this one's fucking pretty fucking cool. So we'll try to talk about whatever. If you guys have any questions, just put them in the chat, and we'll try to get to them. So again, really psyched about this one. Obviously, man needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one. Guest today is Jim Roe. I mean, the guy basically created his own drumming style. Start with just the drumming. Many people have, taken his work as an influence for many years now. There's bands that basically base their sound on Jim Roe's drumming, which is fucking incredible. We'll get into that. You guys know all about the fucking, the bands that try to emulate and capture that fucking sound that they created many years ago. It's just incredible. Guy is a fucking legend in the underground scene, and obviously he's not going to admit to that, but I will call him a fucking legend. And not only has he been a highly influential drummer, he runs a studio now, records. He's recorded a lot of fucking great sounding stuff. We'll get into that a little bit. Just amazing. So appreciate anybody who's here already. Again, help spread the word. And without me talking anymore, let's bring on, he's a good fucking, what's up, Andy? Let's bring on Mr. Jim Roe and Mr. Chris Gamble in the house.
Hello.
What's up, guys? All right, there's a little glare. I don't know if you can close the blinds there.
We had to switch rooms, boss. Better reception.
No, that's fine. No, dude, it's way fucking better. Way fucking better. So anyhow, appreciate you, Chris. Thank you very much for making this happen. I appreciate your help with this. And there's the man himself. The man, he's elusive. Probably the first time you've ever done anything like this, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
What'd you say? I don't have one of those fucking contraptions or whatever you guys have. So you guys are currently tracking some Bloodstorm, is that correct?
Yeah, we are. Yep.
So
we had to take a break because some of my writing gets me tangled up and I don't realize it. So I switched guitars to synchronize things, and it's like, oh man, you don't realize how complicated something small could be until you have to synchronize things, and then you start finding out when you're tracking it. So we had to take a break before I burn this guy's ears out.
Yeah. So how long have you had this? I mean, you've been recording and tracking things for a few years. When did this happen? Was it over the pandemic or before that, or how long have you been, having your own studio set up?
No, before that, I always liked recording, even like, back in the 90s, I had a 4-track and all that stuff, and would try to do like demos and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Earlier, I did like the other Goreaphobia records in like '07 and
Oh yeah, that's right.
2011 and stuff. So yeah, I've been trying my hand at it for a while now.
Well, I mean, I guess some of the you track the obviously you track the primitive stuff,
Yeah.
which I have a tune to play for everybody to check out here after a while. You track the Bloodstorm Cursedness of the Cinder Witch album.
Yep.
You track the Disma Earthendium
Yep.
recording also, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yep.
all great sounding recordings. I think. I mean, whenever I guess speaking from a producer engineer, do you have a do you go into each project kind of knowing what you're going to do, or do you have a certain way you set things up, mic things up? Is there a Jim Roe way of doing things, or is it every session a little different?
Yeah, sometimes things will be different depending, I guess, depending on what the sound of it is or whatever. But typically, it's kind of whatever I'm doing at the time. Things get set up different, and then I find other things that I like, and I kind of move in that direction. And sometimes I go back to the way I was doing stuff, and yeah, I just kind of do it.
Yeah, I mean that's great. So talking about we'll talk about the primitive a little bit. I remember I heard, yeah, Jim Roe's got this new project. I was like, oh, cool. Who's in the band? Who's in the band with him? I know he's playing drums. Who's the guitar player? Oh, well, Jim's playing the guitar. Oh, cool. Who's doing vocals? Oh, well, Jim's doing vocals. I'm like, what the fuck? I had no idea. So I think a lot of people probably didn't know that because basically the primitive is basically you doing everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so was it out of necessity or, hell, how long have you been playing guitar and everybody knows you as a drummer, but clearly you're a talented fucking guy playing guitar and doing vocals and drums and everything in a band. How long have you been fucking around on guitar?
Geez, I bought a guitar, I guess like 2012 or 13 or something.
What?
Yeah, and I started playing it a little bit. I kind of put it down and started playing. It kind of came and went, and that's about it. That's how it started.
2012. That wasn't that fucking long ago. I mean, considering that's the first time you bought a guitar. Is that the first time you? I mean, how long were you playing guitar as a kid, or because it's kind of incredible that
That's the first time I ever picked up a guitar and actually, strummed it.
Holy shit. That's fucking incredible. So listening to the songs, I mean, if you guys haven't listened to The Primitive, you need to go check that shit out. It's not like fucking, it's not Ramones riffs. Not that there's anything wrong with the Ramones or anything like that. It's pretty complicated stuff. So I guess it just speaks to your, I don't know, your what's the word I'm looking for? Your dedication to being your work ethic, I guess I could say, to learning something. Maybe I guess that's what it is. I know you mess around with vehicles, working on trucks, and that takes patience and all that too. So I guess maybe has something to do with it. Would you say it's kind of in you to, if I'm going to learn something, I'm going to fucking go all in?
I guess there's some of that, yeah. And I mean, I don't know, music. I love music. I love making music. So it's important to me. I feel good when I'm making music, and that's a big part of, I think, why I picked up the guitar and why I wanted to do it. I mean, I have so many riffs and rhythms and patterns in my head from playing the drums, and a lot of bands, come and go, and if you're just a drummer,
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to make music, So it's playing guitar, and a lot of the riffs and stuff I come up with are really drum patterns, and so I just started putting stuff together. I'll always have something in my head going when I'm playing a drum pattern, like a riff, a kind of a sound, a wave of a sound going along with it. And I just started trying to sound those things out and, make my own music.
So all your songs start with a drum beat, drum pattern? They never start with a guitar riff first?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Now, and earlier, it would be pretty much just from the drums. Yeah. But yeah, now it's either or. You could start with the guitar, you could start with the drums, and it might depend what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for something like more like aggressive and fast, and like an opening track or something, usually that comes from the drums for me.
Yeah. So what are you looking for with the Primitive when you're writing songs? What are you looking for with that band or project?
Um, it's just the music I like, you know. I feel like it's you know, a lot of the projects that were really I don't know, natural to me and close to my heart. You know, I would say like early Incan or Womb,
Yeah.
Disciple of Mockery. You know, that kind of stuff just is very natural for me. It just kind of comes out. So I guess I would say kind of from that. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's fucking. You also play leads on this. I mean, for somebody to just basically, you know, if somebody 10 years ago picked up a guitar and you're doing leads and everything like that, that's pretty fucking remarkable too. So how did the leads? Did that just come naturally to you? Also, I guess I don't know.
Just kind of playing drums on the guitar, you know.
God damn! If it were only so fucking easy for everybody, you know. But
But you know, it's fun. I enjoy it, so you know, it kind of drives me to work at it. You know.
no, totally, totally. And I know Chris has told me before you kind of pushed him to start doing his leads and things like that too.
Yeah.
On Bloodstorm recordings. I'm like,
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, fucking Jim Roe of all people is the one that's been fucking. Hey, dude, you got to do a fucking lead. You gotta, you know what I mean? So Can you talk a little bit about that?
I mean, I don't know. I just felt like, hey, you know, you don't really need anybody to do anything. Just do it. You know. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean, like I said, out of necessity, you kind of, it's like, all right, if I'm gonna fucking do this, because obviously you doing everything yourself, you're like, all right, I don't have to deal with this fucking guy showing up or this guy, and you can handle everything yourself. But getting back to the studio things, like I said, all your recordings that I've heard just have this massive sound, and I don't really want to get into techniques too much, but is it do you record the bands live, or is everything, do you track drums and then go from there? How does normally, or does it depend on the band?
definitely depends on the band. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's say Disma, for example. That fucking record sounds massive as hell, and I know it has to do with the bands and what they bring and everything. But what do you do to help create that fucking massive sound that you got on that recording?
I mean, those guys, they wanted to play live, so
Okay.
I mean, I try to just work with what people want to do, as long as it's in boundaries that I could work in the space that I have and stuff. Then I will pretty much do whatever they're comfortable with, because I always feel like you don't want like the technical approach to get in the way of like the creativity and the comfort zone that the band is kind of used to playing in. So I just try to adapt to that as much as I can. Recording is never like a all natural thing. Like you're just all jamming in the room. You kind of have to isolate stuff. There's certain things technical that you kind of have to do, but as long as there's some kind of common ground, then that's pretty much what I go for.
Yeah, no, it's fucking incredible. If you guys haven't heard, listen to to hear Jim's recordings. Just listen to his band, The Primitive, the latest Goreaphobia, Disma, Goreaphobia records. You said the later Goreaphobia records. What else? What else have you recorded? Did I pretty much cover it, or is there something I'm missing?
I recorded some Engorge stuff.
Oh yeah.
The Engorge. That record. That's kind of old now. I did that like I guess that was 2012ish or something, 2013, right around there.
Okay.
And yeah, that's about it.
Sick. Oh, Den of Sin also. Yeah, Chris fucking threw Den of Sin at us one time, and that fucking project is fucking incredible. I keep telling, hey dude, we need more fucking Den of Sin or whatever one day.
Yeah.
So that'd be fucking great. All right, so I guess let's go way back. Did you grow up around music? Was there music around you growing up as a kid in your house, or what earliest memories do you have of music? Like when you're like, all right, this is it.
Yeah, I mean, I always just loved music. When I was a kid, Alice Cooper and Kiss and all that stuff. And I mean, I'm talking like 8, 9 years old, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, went on to, more Sabbath and Zeppelin and, all Judas Priest, all that kind of stuff, yeah, I don't know. I just was always attracted to music and metal.
Did your parents, or I don't know if you have any siblings or anything, have an influence on, what you were hearing at the time as a kid?
Not so much, no.
Huh.
No. It wasn't a lot of music in the house. It wasn't like people played instruments, but it wasn't like something they did. It's like they played years before or something. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of people playing instruments in the house.
Okay, so yeah, so basically blaze your own fucking trail with music as a kid, because I heard a lot of stuff from my older sisters playing top 40 radio and things like that around the house, and so everybody. That's why I always like to ask, because it to me it's like, oh fuck, everybody had to have, because there's weird people out there that just don't like music, which I've never understood how you can go through life without enjoying a song, whatever it may be. It doesn't matter what it is. How can you go through life just not getting caught up in the whole fucking music thing one way or another, even if it's just listening to something? So I just find that always kind of odd. For us, which music has been part of our entire lives or whatever, it's just I find that fucking odd.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Like, a lot of times in regular life, like you say, I work on cars and stuff. So yeah, I'm just going through life and doing what I got to do with that, and busy and stressed a lot of times, and a lot of people around that aren't really into music.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's strange. I get a little kind of taste of that, and then it's like, oh, go home and listen to some music.
So do you if you're working on a project or whatever, do you listen to music while you're working on like vehicles?
Not so much lately. I always did. I just listen to like classic rock or something, like the radio.
Yeah, that's weird, because I got friends that do that work in the garage, and it's always just classic rock radio. How it seems to be the choice. I don't know what it is. Maybe because the song. I don't know. Maybe because it takes you back to a certain time, or
I don't. It's more just kind of background stuff. Although I do like all that stuff, but at this point, I guess it's just kind of redundant, and every once in a while you go back and visit something that's old like that you haven't heard in a while, and it's kind of cool. But otherwise, like listening to a station every day, it's just they play kind of the same stuff. It's like I say, and that's why I say, like, at this point, I usually don't even turn the radio on. I'm just work, because I'm just kind of burnt on it all,
Yeah. So are you like me, when if you're doing something that's not music, you're listening to something, and does Jim Roe ever stop and like, all right, here comes this fucking drum fill or whatever? Do you like air drum while you're doing shit?
Yeah. There are certain parts that are like, wow, that's the best drum fill ever done, I have to stop and listen,
Yeah. So give me an example. What fucking drum fill will stop you in your tracks to be like, fuck yes?
Say Stairway to Heaven.
Okay.
When Bonham comes in at the end of that song, I mean, that's kind of like mind blowing. Even still to this day, I have to stop and listen to that.
Yeah, no, totally. So speaking of Bonham and drummers, was there a certain album or song that you recall that you're like, all right, those are fucking drums? What got you into drums? Was there a specific drummer, song?
Jeez, probably Peter Criss.
Okay. Kiss Alive?
Early on. Yeah, Kiss Alive 2. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and I say that because that seems to be a common theme with people. You're a few years older than I am, but people around your age, it's always Kiss,
Right.
Kiss was like that band that fucking just grabbed everybody. That's your age, like at an early age. So it's always fucking cool to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, the first, the first track on the first Black Sabbath record, which is titled Black Sabbath. When I heard that kind of that drumming and that all had an impact on me.
What do you remember your first kit you ever bought, or did you play on somebody's, or was it your own kit, or first time you played drums, was it your own kit or somebody else's?
Yeah. I got a kit at a very young age. I was kind of hyper as a kid, and
let's give them the drums.
Instead of putting me on drugs, I ended up getting a used drum set at a garage sale, and then just going animal on that thing. And that was how I started playing.
Oh yeah. Did you sit down and try any covers or anything like that, like play-alongs or anything? Young?
A little bit. I never was really much on learning songs, just like parts that I liked, and I guess just trying to kind of create my own stuff,
Yeah. Was Incan the first band you were involved with?
Played with guys locally. Before that, I played in some bands, original like metal bands and stuff.
Just like playing in the house garage kind of thing, or did you guys do something?
Okay. Pretty much. Yeah.
No demos or anything?
Yeah, I think there's some demos around. I don't know. I don't really have any of it. But I do have a bunch of old things.
What was the band?
I don't even know if we really had a name. I think we called ourselves the Durders for a little while.
The Dodos?
The Durders.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you kind of... Yeah, I mean, early on. Okay. Yeah, you were breaking up a little bit, so I kind of missed that. Somebody else might have... It's a pretty fucking... so Andy Jones from Phlegm is in the chat right now, and I know you remember Andy Jones. You know Andy Jones. He says, "Hey Jim," he said, "Hey, this is a quote. Hey Jim, can you show me how to play that fill?" Sure, like this. He's like, "It's so easy to him, but so complicated to me that I'm sorry I asked."
Nothing's easy, man. Nothing's easy.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys did that fucking tour in '91 together. Incantation, Phlegm, and AC. I've pretty much talked to everybody about that tour that had been on the show. What are, and it's usually wild fucking stories by everybody that talks about that tour in '91. Is there anything that you'll never forget about that tour? Anything that, I know it's been 30 fucking something years already, but I always like to ask everybody.
I don't really remember much of it, to be honest. No, that was that. Yeah. Somebody told me about that. Yeah. Oh shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good times. It was the Splatteria guys down there. We stayed with Paul and playing at the Pick and Pack. They lit the place on fire. Fun. We had a good time.
Get back. So, what was that first kit that you got? What was it? Do you like specifically? Do you remember brand or anything?
I don't remember what brand it was. I think it might have been like a no name, but it was an old set. It was like a silver sparkle. It was just a bass drum, one tom, and a snare drum and a hi hat, and that was it.
Well, I mean, fuck, good thing for all of us, the rest of us, everybody watching, that that you were fucking bought that drum set back then, because you obviously actually along the lines of that, I mentioned in the intro that there's bands that basically base their sound on your early drumming, like on Onward to Golgotha or whatever. Are you in the loop on any of these type of, or any like newer bands or anything like that? I know you're a busy guy, but there's basically styles, genres that are basically based around those early recordings, which is incredible.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too aware.
Well, I'll let you know that there's tons of bands that are like, yeah, it's basically based around your early works of with like Incantation and it's like, all right, let's make a fucking Incantation record. It's basically what these bands are doing, which it's incredible, but you know, the bands will do that, but then again, it's like, you know, we already have these records. I don't need a fucking another band that's trying to sound exactly like this. Yeah, like somebody said, Incantation is now a death metal subgenre. Like the early works, especially, it's like, you know, it's fucking wild. So what makes? How do you feel hearing that?
I guess I'm honored. You know, that's cool. People appreciate it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, because I've played with my buddy Matt Hefner. It's like, dude, fucking Jim Roe. He goes, hey, we're writing a song, and I think I told you, hey, I'm gonna fucking put a Jim Roe fucking type feel on this part or whatever. So you know, there's Jim Roe feels, and there's Jim Roe this and that, which is, you know, I'm just seeing your reaction. You're like, what the fuck, you know? I don't know if you even had an idea of that, of these type of conversations or things that go on.
I don't. I've never really heard anything referred to as a Jim Roe fella.
Yeah, it's fucking true, man. It's fucking true. Roecore. Yeah, Roecore. There we go. Somebody said Roecore. But yeah, man. So, you know, there's a classic photo on the Onward to Golgotha album where you're wearing the Black Sabbath Volume 4 shirt. Obviously, Bill Ward is a massive influence on you, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. One of my
Okay, breaking up a little bit. Let me give it a minute.
We back?
I don't know. Not really. I can hear you, but I can't really see it very well. Let's see. Let's give it a minute. So we're having phone issues. It happens. Happens to everybody.
Yeah, technology.
Yeah, there you go. It's not always perfect. All right, there we go. I think we're good now. So, Bill Ward. Yeah, you can talk a little bit about maybe. I hear, you know, Bill Ward in some of your playing. I would say. Can you talk a little bit about the influence maybe he had on you?
Yeah, just those early records, like I was saying, like, you know, the first Black Sabbath record. You know, the little snare drum bounce, you know, stick stuff he does, and like, you know, Sweet Leaf and Symptoms of the Universe, the drum fills and that, all that stuff just kind of blew me away, you know, as a kid. I loved it, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, absolutely. Fucking Bill Ward is a fucking legend. So let's I'm gonna play a song, a Primitive song. I think this one is Founded in Hell. Okay. If you don't mind, we'll let everybody listen to it, and we'll come back and talk a little bit about the Primitive. So if you guys haven't checked out the Primitive, you're gonna check it out now, and you're gonna go. As you see on the little ticker there, you can go to theprimitive.bandcamp.com and listen to everything all at once and buy shit. So don't be a bunch of cheap bastards. Buy stuff. So anyway, here's the Primitive with Founded in Hell.
Darkness
Fucking A. All right, here we bring him back. All right, so that was a song called "Found in Hell." That was what 4 or 5 years ago. I think you recorded that.
I was thinking, me and Chris were just talking about that. I think it was a little earlier, probably like 2015 or something.
Oh shit! Okay, goddamn.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, great sounding recording. What's that?
Not that version of it. That I think I put that was like maybe 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, I was working on it.
Yeah. So, I mean, being that you do everything, obviously you start with the drums, I would imagine, when you're tracking the primitive.
Yeah. That song. That song started with the drums. Yeah.
And you just play along to the to a click, and then come back and track everything else, huh?
I usually, once I get the song all kind of mapped out, I'll play the guitar. Once the guitar parts are worked out and stuff, I'll play the guitar to a metronome, and then I play the drums to the guitar and play.
Oh shit! Okay, all right, cool. I was thinking it was the opposite, but yeah, I mean, as long as you're playing along,
yeah,
to the metronome, you should be okay. Now, is that something? I know Chris. I don't think Chris was or is a big metronome guy. Have you gotten him to play along to metronomes or clicks?
Yeah, he's doing it. He did.
Hell yeah.
he did, yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Jim trained me. That's for sure. He trained me. I'm his dog now.
I mean, it just makes it a lot easier to work. Unless you can get together and rehearse, 3 times a week and really, really work stuff out. It's kind of, I don't really see any other way to do it,
Yeah. I mean, it definitely makes it easier on everybody else when you're tracking, because, it's on time.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
But there's, I've had that experience where it's like, hey, it's a lot easier tracking to a fucking drummer that's, that play to a fucking click track and he's on time and everything else. So, you don't have to, overcompensate or undercompensate or whatever the fuck.
Or if there's like a long part that like part break goes or something, those parts are always like impossible without a click to try to get it right.
Yeah.
Like, those kind of things. Yeah. I mean, I still think there's nothing better really than a well rehearsed band that, like I say, gets together, a couple times a week and really works it out, and then gets in a room and records. I still would kind of prefer that myself, but just with life and hecticness of living and everything, it's kind of not possible usually, to do that, or living farther away and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah, no, I absolutely. I mean, there's nothing like being in a room and jamming and I completely agree with that. With the natural push and pull of a song, like with the band or whatever, like Andy says. Yeah, exactly. Scooter Lincoln, he said that song and The Warrior were the first 2 songs that you did with Primitive, he thinks. Is that right?
Yeah, Warrior was the first one.
Yeah,
that record
found it.
That record's pretty much like the way, the order of the songs is pretty much how I came up, That's the order I came up with the songs.
And I know you recently put out a newer one here. I got it on the channel, so anybody wants to check out like the latest, I think that's still the latest Primitive song. I put it up on the channel for everybody to check out. Is there anything? Do you just work a song at a time, or do you have a session where you're gonna do like 4 songs or something, or how does it normally work?
Usually one at a time. Like that actually was 2 songs. I thought it was 2 songs, but it turned into 1 song. So I just kind of go with it. But yeah, usually it's one at a time.
I mean, you get to work at your own pace, and you don't have anybody, Hey, we need this fucking song done, or hey, I need you to come over and track this, and you fucking handle everything. Hell yeah, that rules. From writing the song to singing the song to recording the song to fucking mixing the song. It's like, god damn. That's it's pretty fucking commendable. My buddy JD's kind of the same way. He can play guitar, drums, do everything, record, and all that shit. So it's like, I always kid. I was like, man, I hate your kind of fucking people that can do everything and just do it fucking well. But I just fucking with them. But
just the love of it, I think. No,
it's absolutely what it is, and you have to. Do you see? I know Scooter said there was a couple of live shows. Do you see you doing anything live anytime now?
I'd love to, but yeah, it's kind of hard, like I was just saying, like living far away and being able to get together and rehearse and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe at some point.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to see fucking Jim Roe live? I mean, come on. We need that shit, man. We need that shit. I think the last time I saw you play live was on that Goreaphobia Master Tour.
Yeah.
2009.
Yeah, 2009. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long fucking time ago. 15 fucking years ago. 2009 was 15 years ago. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Time keeps getting faster and faster.
I know, man. It's like we were talking about 91 was 2009 was 15 years ago. 1991. Fuck, man. It's crazy. 'Cause I remember I saw Incantation early on in those early days, and I never thought I'd be here on a fucking computer talking to the drummer from Incantation back in 1991. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty weird. That kind of makes me think, wow, I'm lucky I'm alive still.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, I mean, you were on the road. You were on the road quite a bit in the early days, right?
Yeah, full for those first two records. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Is there any song or any particular drum work that you think, like, if you were to tell somebody, hey, this is me playing drums. Is there a specific song where this is a Jim Roe fucking style of playing drums, or one that you're like, listen to this fucking song. I'm proud of this song.
Yeah. I would say off that Engorge record, the song Labyrinth. I don't know. I think there's a bigger title, but it's got the word labyrinth in it. That would probably be something I'm proud of. And yeah, I mean, Disciple stuff. Disciple stuff would probably be the second.
Yeah.
That whole record I really like.
Yeah, totally. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you bring that up because people are like, hey, ask them about fucking Disciples of Mockery and Womb and all that. Any chance of that ever resurfacing or anything like that, you think?
I doubt it. Especially now that Ronnie.
Well, Ronnie, yeah.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking rest in peace, Ronnie Dio.
Yeah.
You still talk with Craig, and right?
Yeah, yep.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I live with Craig. I see him quite a bit. We're pretty close.
Oh, nice. Any chance of him guesting on any Primitive stuff?
Well, I tell you, one of the first show that I did with the Primitive, Craig actually sang. We just did one song. I was playing with Terror from Cleveland, and we were playing in Cleveland at one of the Hell's Head Bash. We were doing a Terror set, and Brian said, "Hey, I want you to come up and play. We want to play one of the Primitive songs." So we had Craig come up. He was there, and he sang it.
Hell yeah, that rules.
That was kind of before I was attempting to sing and play drums at the same time, Not easy for me to do.
Yeah, I mean, you guys obviously have a long history together, so I was asking, well, maybe fucking Craig will end up maybe guest vocaling or something, or on a recording or anything like that. But that'd be pretty fucking cool, man. Yeah, so maybe I should be asking that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to ask. What's that?
It's all good.
All right. So, so these guys are in mid-session, so I appreciate it. I'm going to give this opportunity to people in the chat to ask you something that's just fucking been burning inside of them to ask you. So if you don't mind, I can take some questions from people in the chat that are watching right now.
Not at all, man. I'll be honored.
Cool. All right. Hey, guys. You want to ask Jim Roe something? Here's your fucking chance, because this is probably to be the first and last time you see him on a fucking live stream chat. All right. So, dude, I appreciate it. I'm honored. I'm completely honored that you're here, and thanks to Chris for fucking making it happen too.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Never more rules. Yeah, hell yeah, Chris. No questions for me, but thanks for all the great music. That's a good comment there. That's a good comment. Fraser, what did you ask? I missed your questions. Put it in there again, buddy. The Gear Nerd has all the questions. Were you in the early demo scene with all the death metal bands? Was there any death metal bands that put out a demo that you're like, fuck yes, this rules?
Oh shit. I don't know. I don't really remember, honestly. You know, early ripping corpse demos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I don't know. You know.
Yeah, I kind of asked this already about picking up the guitar, but it was kind of a necessity kind of thing where you're like, I want to fucking record stuff, right? About picking up a guitar.
You know, bands always kind of fall apart, and it's like, you know, it's nice to be able to just know you can always make music. That's kind of why I did it, you know.
Yeah. All right. Oh, what drum set did you use on Womb?
Womb. That was Vistalite, Ludwig Vistalite.
Oh shit.
Four piece.
Fucking Vistalite, man. That's John Bonham, right?
Yeah, John Bonham.
Fuck yeah. Is there anybody you'd like to record, like a band? You'd be like, hey, it'd be cool to record you guys.
Never really thought of it, you know. Just stuff comes up, you know. But no, I can't really think of anything.
Do you take the bands that I see you recorded, you've been a part of, you've been friends with forever. Do you record outside people?
I would, yeah. I would,
okay.
As long as, yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. So if you there's a Primitive Bandcamp. I mean, you can message. There's a Primitive Instagram and Facebook and all that. So anybody in the area, I mean, hit them up. You're gonna have fucking great fucking sounding recording. I'd like to go up there and fucking record something one day if I'm being fucking honest. That'd be fucking incredible. JD, let's go to fucking Jim Roe's place and record something, JD. Let's do it.
Just want to come up, drink beer, and have a barbecue. Come on up, man.
Fuck yeah. All right, speaking of JD, what's your preference for a snare, and what do you use to mic it? Fucking total gear nerd question.
Yeah. Snare, I mean, I like the heavier snares, the bell brass. I have a head bell brass right now that I'm using that I like a lot. I mean, I like a 57 on a snare, the top and bottom.
There you go, JD. JD, that's my buddy JD. The one that has his own home studio also, and he's cool. total fucking gear nerd. He's like, dude, I got like 1 million questions for Jim. I said, well, yeah, we don't have that kind of time, right? But what's your favorite recording session? I guess he's talking about specifically with Incantation, Onward or Mortal or Upon the Throne.
Just with Incantation?
Well, yeah, he just those sessions that you were with with the band.
You know, I guess Golgotha, I would say. The band was in a better place, I think, then. You know, pretty well rehearsed, and that was a pretty good session. But I don't know. I'd pick the Disciples of Mockery record over that.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if Roy issued that Disciples of Mockery. I don't know if he may have talked about maybe reissuing that or something. I don't know. But I could be wrong. I could be just totally talking out of my ass. But or maybe people asked them, "Hey, you need to reissue that," because it's actually a much requested recording by people that didn't get to grab that, early on. Or I think that was '99 when Roy released that. But I don't know.
'99 we recorded that right. We were living in an apartment together in like a half a house, like a duplex, and we recorded it right there. Paul Crook recorded it. We brought all the gear into the house and set it up and recorded it right there.
Back fucking A. Let me see what else we got here. Scooter, hold on, where'd it go? Scooter says the House of Roe is amazing. We've been lucky to have had Jim in all these years, and his studio is amazing. And Jim's quite the gardener. All right, there we go. That's something we didn't know.
Gotta grow food. Gotta grow food.
Gardening, huh? You're a gardener?
I try to grow some food. Yeah.
What do you have? I mean, I'm genuinely interested.
Mostly just, typical stuff, tomatoes, cucumbers, and, all that kind of stuff, Homemade salsa.
No shit. All right, we're going to Jim's house for a salad.
Salsa.
A homemade salsa, right? Do you
Yeah.
Damn. Look at this. This fucking guy, man,
You would love it. You'd love it. Trust me, it's fantastic.
Got the Chris Gamble seal of approval there.
That's good.
I love it, man. Who knows? Coming up here, we might need to grow food,
Yeah, no shit.
Way this world's headed.
Yeah, no shit. His garden is mad.
Food and live chickens running around.
Shit. That's funny. Let me see. Let me get back to these. I'm kind of skipping through these. Let me see. I missed quite a few of them. I know Chris has, he's a busy guy, single father and all that. But man, I personally think it would be incredible to see you guys playing live again. I know your schedules and all that and things like that, but that's something you guys, this is coming from me and I know everybody else in the chat. Dude, we need to see some fucking Chris Gamble and Jim Roe live somewhere someday, man. What do you guys say to that?
I think that'll probably happen at some point.
It depends. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess Chris would be more to talk about that, but I'm with you guys, though.
Hell yeah, we got Jim on board, Chris.
We did talk about it. It's and as you know, my situation being a single dad.
Of course.
It's tough because I'm basically I do everything on my own. It's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
I need to be able to like Jim says, we're the kind of people who like to be in the room and play together.
Absolutely.
When I record, I mean, the truth of it is he's a very inspiring coach for me. But but you know how it is. You need another. I need another person with me to play. To play as a band. So everybody knows how everybody plays and how they respond to hearing each other, how they play in a rehearsal room. So when you're up there live, if the sound goes, "What song are we playing?" The Separation. You got to just know, because if the monitor is just, if you at least know the parts and you can look at each other, timing. So if we can jam with people, of course. Because it's Jim. But I'm an optimistic guy. So if it never happened, then yes. So I try.
Yeah, no, that'd be fucking incredible. You guys can come and specifically play in Houston, Texas for us. All right, let's fucking make it happen. Somebody make that shit happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. But yeah, man, that'd be fuck. I mean, because that album, I told Chris, I said, man, that Cursedness of the Cinder Witch album was easily one top fucking albums that came out a couple of years ago, without a fucking doubt. You guys fucking just knocked it out of the park on that album. I think.
Well, thank you, Francisco.
What are your thoughts? So what is it like working with Chris? You've been doing it for a while now, but it's been, you recorded Goreaphobia albums, Denizen and also Bloodstorm, and what's it like working with the man? I know, does he fucking just yap your fucking ear off like he does me all the time?
Yeah, he does.
We love Chris, man.
I don't usually talk that much, so Chris makes up for it.
Yeah, you guys are like yin and yang, right? You're fucking.
But yeah, it's great, man. Creative, a lot of good ideas, music. It's awesome.
Do you bounce ideas to him, like for songs or anything like that, or does he come in and kind of already has an idea?
Yeah, Bloodstorm, pretty much, him. I mean, if I hear something, I might give him a couple little suggestions or something, but yeah, it's pretty much him.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. Got a couple more minutes, guys, and we let these guys go because they're actually tracking some fucking stuff right now, so it's fucking cool of you guys to fucking make some time for me and these other maniacs. Let me see. Did you ever rearrange any Incan songs? Were you involved in songwriting besides serving the songs with amazing drumming?
Yeah, probably. I think I hummed some riffs to them and kind of came up with some of the changes here and there. Probably about that. Honestly, I don't even remember. It was so long ago. I mean, we were all in the room together working on stuff, and
I mean, and you're a humble guy, and then that's fucking admirable. But I mean, dude, you guys created a unique sound back in the early '90s that it's just been highly influential to people 35 years later, and there's a lot to be said for that. I know that was the intent. That wasn't the intent, obviously, back then. You guys were just playing shit you wanted to play. But I mean, it's just looking back at it all these years, because it's incredible what that time, in underground music history, what you guys were able to accomplish. Without even, that wasn't the intent, obviously, like I said, but I mean, how do you feel? How does that, I mean, you guys have gotten I think the first album has gotten whatever, Hall of Fame status or whatever, which is kind of fucking dorky or whatever. But, I mean, like I said, I know you're a humble guy, but how does that feel when people will tell you, hey man, you guys fucking you changed underground music?
I don't know. I'm not really. I don't really think about it that much. I mean, I've heard that a couple times from people. I don't really know. Hey, people like it. Like I said, I'm honored, but it wasn't the intent, and
obviously
it was a long time ago, and I don't know. I'd rather just move forward and kind of love the past, but just keep making music, whatever,
And that's what's admirable about you, man, because you're like, you keep moving forward. That's kind of how I am. Hey, I keep moving forward, just keep doing new shit, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. But at the same time, I mean, me personally, I mean, I remember that shit coming out and you, I'm like, what the fuck, man? What is this? And it's just, like I said, total honor to have you on here, because it's been incredible. And like I said, that's what I appreciate about people like you in the underground. They always say, don't meet your fucking people that you grew up to, don't meet your heroes or whatever. But you're that fucking dude that's not gonna fuck up that image of meeting somebody or talking to somebody that you grew up listening to, you respected it and all that. So I appreciate that, man.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just some guy living. I'm not, it's nothing special. You know what I mean?
All right. All right. Couple more questions. What kind of sticks do you prefer? JD with another.
Sticks. Lately I've been using the good woods just because they're cheap and they last. And what is it? 5B. I've been using a 5B wood tip. And that's about it.
There you go. Everybody, all those fucking Jim Rome clones are gonna start getting 5B sticks and using SM fucking 57s and all that shit. So, yep. All right.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah. No, like I said. All right, man. Again, I know you guys got to get back to it. I appreciate it. You fucking rule, Chris. You rule too, obviously. I look forward to hearing what you guys are fucking creating over there right now at House of Roe, like Scooter calls it. So, I mean, it's going to be fucking great. Yeah, it's going to be fucking great. Looking forward to that. Hopefully, Bloodstorm or whatever, live in fucking Houston, Texas someday with you on the kit. And anything you want to add, any shout outs or anything like that, or you want to send everybody go to theprimitive.bandcamp.com, go check out what Jim's been up to. It's fucking brutal. You guys heard that song. So anyway, anything you'd like to add before we get out of here?
I'm all good. I can't really think of nothing. Keep the metal flowing.
Hell yeah. Well, man, I appreciate it. Chris, thank you very much, brother. You rule.
Chris is in the other room. He can't hear you, but
okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's getting ready to track some guitar. So, all right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And by the way, this is Jim Roe, not Chris G. Mazzaris, as it says on the screen there. You guys should know that.
Thank you, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, I'm honored, man. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. That was fucking awesome. Man. Fucking Jim Roe, dude. Super fucking humble guy, obviously. I mean, so that was awesome. I'm glad some of you guys were here to catch it live. This was Chris messaged me this morning. He goes, "Hey, dude, I'm going to Jim's today to go track some stuff. You want to talk to him for a little bit?" I'm like, "Well, fuck yeah, dude. We've been trying to do this for like a while now, and it just hasn't worked out. And I'm so glad it did. Thank you to Chris for doing that. That was fucking awesome. Jim doesn't have a fucking smartphone or anything like that. I mean, the guy fucking rules. I mean, proof positive right there. He super humble guy, very creative, very talented guy. I mean, guy's a legend, obviously. You know, feels weirded out hearing that, but you know, you got to give people their respect and their props, if you will, while they're still around, right? You know, I wanted to ask him about a story, Ronnie Dio story. I didn't get to ask him. I didn't want to keep him too long. You know, obviously Ronnie Dio was did a lot with him. Ronnie Dio of Incantation, Disciples of Mockery, and all that. But yeah, I see nothing wrong with, you know, letting those that influenced you tell them, you know, what their works meant to you. You know, some people, as Jim, will be like, you know, appreciate it and all that, which just makes it even cooler to me. You know, that somebody like him that has created so much, and basically, like, I wasn't bullshitting, that changed the underground scene. I mean, it's massive. What, some fucking teenagers? They were fucking teenagers, basically. You know? Yeah, give them their flowers, dude. It's just, you got to do it. Any chance you get, if you get to meet somebody that fucking, that's why I like doing this shit. If you get a chance to talk to somebody that's influenced you, you may not like everything they've ever done, but hey, there was a point in time where you're like, fuck, dude, this fucking band, this dude, his drumming, his whatever, could be anything, not just music. If you get a chance to meet and be lucky enough to talk to somebody about it, that's pretty fucking cool, I think, man. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much. I mean, like I said, this was off the top of my head kind of thing. Chris just kind of sprung it on me, and I appreciate it. I would have fucking done it on 15 minutes notice, right? Yeah, it was cool. So I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you, Scooter. Thank you also for your insight with about Jim. You've known him a long fucking time, and the whole garden thing was fucking amazing. Thank you for that, man. I really mean that. That was cool. We saw another side of him. I mean, I knew about the working on trucks and things like that, but I didn't know anything about gardening. That fucking rules. That rules, man. Yeah, he doesn't do any of this shit. This is the first time. I'm lucky that I got to do this, and I got to talk to him. I've talked to him before, but just never, somewhat face to face, if you will, on this. So, hopefully you guys share this around. I think Jim needs that. Even though he's he's been on some incredible things, he's still doing really fucking cool stuff, and he needs that support with a primitive. Letting people know, hey, Jim's still out there doing new shit. And yeah, I think he deserves that support. Just by letting people know, just sharing shit. Hey, look, fucking, you heard, Jim Roe. Cool. So yeah, send me those fucking gardening pics. Need to go down there. Yeah, it'd be fucking awesome to hang out with Jim and Chris down there, right? Yeah, man, like I said, it's kind of why I do this. And sometimes, I mean, I appreciate everybody that comes on the show, but this is one I've been trying to get since I started the show. And, never really, I asked him, and he's like, not really into doing that kind of stuff, but I'm glad Chris was able to help him. And I wonder if he could have answered my juicier gear questions. My juicer gear. Oh, juicer. Yeah, maybe. We need to get that fucking. We need to get some. They need to can that Jim Roe fucking salsa, right? Oh man. But yeah, man. Like I said, sometimes I get to chat with people that just were massive fucking influence on me, and it's fucking cool. It's cool. I'm glad I've gotten a chance to do that on here, and people were cool enough to want to appear on the show. So many to talk to mention, but I still have those ones where I'm like, fuck, dude, can't believe I had so and so on here. Jim is one of those. So again, man, I appreciate everybody. Hopefully you share his stuff around, share this thing around. Sharing the video around will get more people to because you're gonna go, oh fuck, Jim Roe, he's still doing stuff. Yeah, he's still doing stuff. Been doing it for a while. It's impossible to have been on Onward to Golgotha and not be a death metal legend. I mean, that's one of those. Nah, no jams. I'm gonna cut this because I just want to keep it about the Jim Roe chat. So, maybe Carl will come on later. To do something, I don't know, but there's yeah, this was just for this quick little chat with them. Like I said, I'm looking forward to their new stuff. So, Cursedness of the Cinder Witch was fucking incredible. Bloodstorm, the Primitive stuff you heard, it's brutal. He does everything, and I wasn't joking when I said, hey, you know, when I first heard about the Primitive, I was like, oh, cool, Jim Roe. You know, who's in the band with him? He's like, no, it's all him. I was like, what the fuck? It's Jim doing everything? Who knew? So, testament to his work ethic and his dedication to doing brutal shit for everybody. Yeah. Yep, total humble guy. So, anyway, JD. Oh, thank you, JD. There's some shirts. The first batch of shirts, JOABA shirts, are getting shipped tomorrow. So you can see there. The first, I forgot how many addresses I sent to JD, but we'll do that. We'll do it because I don't want to, you don't want to go to the post office with, shitload of packages. So don't want to do that. But yeah, those are getting, so thank you everybody that did that. Jim Roe featuring Jim Roe. Exactly. And Jim Roe wouldn't have his band called Jim Roe like somebody else. Interview was Mama Lone. JD, it was Mama Lone. You want any leftovers? Hit me up. You got some leftovers, dude? Let's go to Chris's. I want to play drums on my next project. It's going to sound like shit, but I want to do it anyway. That's a spirit. That's a fucking spirit. Just do it. Just do it. Like Jim said, just fucking do it. He got Chris playing leads and got Chris fucking doing everything. Good drummer. Yep. All right, guys. I'm yapping. Like I said, this was real cool for me. Appreciate you guys joining us live. Rewatch it or whatever. Share it out, please. And see you guys later. Where'd it go? Oh! Yeah,